GA.
Are you ready for your brain to explode? Are you ready for your cranium to enter a whole world of pain?
Else, I'm just waiting for I'm waiting for Division 3. It's like the Eurovision where you're like, okay, come on, get to what's happening with my country.
The good news here is that everything is absolutely clear and everything here is very, very simple. Will I take you through what needs to happen for every team? Your team? If you're playing football this weekend, chances are there's something on the line for you. We're going to go from Division 1 to Division 4 and do this as quickly as possible. Division 1, it's all happening on Sunday at 1:45. There are 5 teams looking to avoid 2 relegation spots and 5 teams also looking to take that one remaining final spot. We'll start with Monaghan versus Dublin in Clonus. The loser here is bollocks. They go down to Division 2. That is the long and short of it. It's the same for both teams. If they win and any one of Tyrone, Donegal or Kildare lose, they stay up. For Monaghan, with the worst scoring difference in the league, a draw would have them hoping for Donegal to lose by at least 6 points and Tyrone by at least 3. We are allowed to designate the Great Escape title to only one team if they pull it off, and that team is Monaghan. Dublin are then 3 points better off than Monaghan, so a draw wouldn't necessarily finish them off. Mayo versus Kildare in Carrick-on-Shannon. Mayo, they win and they're in the league final. Kildare, they win and they stay up. Kildare people, I've got some good news. The teams on 5 points can still make the league final, and Kildare are in the best position of the teams on 5 points. So if they win and Armagh lose to Donegal, while there is a 12-point overlap in scoring difference, they will be going to the final. Donegal and Tyrone are also in the same situation, but their scoring difference isn't as good as Kildare's. Donegal versus Armagh is happening in Letterkenny. Donegal win and they stay up. If they lose and Tyrone win, and there is a winner in Clonus, they're probably going down. The draw in Clonus would have them frantically checking their Scorpio app if they get beaten, but they're better off than Tyrone, Dublin and Monaghan on that front as it stands in scoring difference. So Armagh then, if they win and Mayo don't beat Kildare, they're going to the league final. And then finally, Kerry versus Tyrone and Killarney. Kerry already through to the league final. Tyrone, if they win, they stay up. Lose, and they're screwed. Donegal and Dublin have the head-to-head over them, and only Monaghan have a worse scoring difference. Clear as day. I'm sure you follow that to perfection.
My head is absolutely melted. About halfway through,
I think you're just.
Are you saying that Kildare could be relegated or get into the league final?
As I said, 5 teams looking to avoid 2 relegation spots. 5 teams potentially in the race for that remaining final spot.
Fair play to Kildare, by the way. That would be a brilliant achievement for them, and just rewards as well. Great team.
If your head is melted, you need to do GA permutations better. It's the simple truth. Division 2 is happening on Sunday at 2:00. Don't know why they don't have these on at more varying times. I guess it's still. The grand stretch starts on Sunday. Could have done these at a later time. Doesn't matter. Division 2 Sunday 2:00. 2 teams fighting for 1 remaining spot in Division 1. 1 relegation spot still to be decided, with 3 teams mathematically in danger of going down. This is a little bit more simple than Division 1. Offaly versus Cork and Tullamore is where we'll start. This is the relegation showdown. Offaly, if they don't win, they're screwed. They go down. Cork, if they don't lose, are grand. Down versus Clare is happening in Newry. Down, already screwed.
Fair play to them. Down are the only team, I think. There's Galway and then a couple of teams at the top end of Division 1 who are actually giving us a bit of clarity about what's actually happening.
I should say GA League tables is the graphs we put on screen. These are absolutely amazing. Follow them on Twitter, and they've got the letters beside them in a visual way that I will never be able to. I was
just going to say, just keep those tables on screen and let's just sit here in silence for 10 minutes.
Just pay the Angelus and just go to at GA League tables on Twitter. So that's where we got those images. So what were you about to say about Down?
Fair play to them for being relegated.
Yeah,
because at least
it clears that
takes
up.
the guesswork out of it.
So they're playing Clare. Clare can only get relegated if Cork and Offaly draw and Down beat them by 28 points.
Well, that ain't happening.
So those people who want to go out, sniffing around for dead rubbers, well, screw you. This fixture is as meaningful as it gets. There is every chance that a 28-point win is going Down's way. Meath versus Derry is happening in Navan. Meath can't go up, can't go down, and mid-table mediocrity has never tasted so good. Derry, they're getting promoted if they win and Roscommon lose to Galway. A draw would only do Derry if Galway beat Roscommon by at least 6 points. And then Roscommon versus Galway is in Roscommon. Roscommon, if they lose and Derry win, they will not get promoted. A draw will do for Roscommon if Meath don't lose to Derry by 6 points or more. And of course, a Meath win promotes Roscommon. Galway already promoted. Division 2, we're halfway there, Adrian.
Jesus Christ.
You keeping up? How's
Not
your head?
in the slightest. It is, if it was possible, even more melted. The main thing I took away from that was, what the hell is wrong with Meath football? This team that we were talking about not that long ago, is we were being convinced by all sorts, Owen, and I think you probably know who these people are, that, you know, Meath were live All-Ireland contenders.
I think we were being convinced by all sorts that they were going down a few weeks ago, so I think they've done well to be in mid-table safety right now. No Talton Cup in Park Talton this year. See what I did there?
That's beautiful.
Thanks very much. Division 3, Sunday 2 o'clock as well. 4 teams still in the hunt for 2 promotion spots. 3 teams still in danger of falling into either of the relegation spots. So, Antrim versus Westmeath in Belfast. The winner of this game will get promoted if Limerick lose. So Antrim, they lost to both Louth and Limerick. So if Limerick get a draw, Antrim will need Louth to lose to set up a 3-way tie. Antrim have the best scoring difference in the league, so a 3-way tie would suit them nicely. Westmeath, this is your county, Adrian. Listen to this.
The only bit I'm going
However,
to listen to.
they have the head-to-head over Limerick. So if Westmeath win, a draw will not be good enough for Limerick, assuming Louth win their game. So I'm sure that's pretty. Westmeath are playing Antrim in Belfast, as I just said.
So, just go over that again. So if Westmeath beat Antrim, so they have the head-to-head over Limerick, I'm clear on that. If they beat Antrim, that's it.
I haven't a clue, to be honest.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, whatever I just said there. Yeah, just play it back. Just play it back. Laois versus Long for the second place in Port Laois. Laois, if they win, they will stay up. If they lose, they will go down. Unless Wicklow beat Louth. Longford, a win will only be good enough to keep them up if Wicklow lose that game to Louth. Then you've got Limerick versus Fermanagh in Limerick. Limerick need a win to be sure of promotion, given Antrim and Westmeath both have superior scoring differences, but of course you knew that. Fermanagh, almost certain to not get promoted. They would need Antrim and Westmeath to draw and then subsequently beat Limerick by 18 points. And then finally in Division 3 we've got Wicklow versus Louth in Aughrim. Wicklow need a miracle. They need to win, and they also need Longford to beat Laois, and they then somehow need to turn around a 30-point scoring difference gap. Wicklow, I'm sorry, you're done. Louth, don't lose and they're promoted. The scenario that would not see them promoted is this. If they lose, Limerick draw with Fermanagh, and there is a winner in Antrim versus Westmeath, their scoring difference would relegate them to 3rd place. So that's one thing to keep an eye on with Louth. It's not fully done just yet. Then Division 4.
I haven't, by the way, with Westmeath, like, I was pretty bullish about them earlier in the year.
I was told I need to get a room at Westmeath, is what somebody on the power rankings
right?
said once. Yeah, it's clearly infected me a little bit, your enthusiasm for them.
Well, I mean, just if they are ever included in the top 16, that makes my day, to be honest with you. You're unaware of this information, but I'm delighted with that. But I'm really not even confident about them this weekend. Like, I would have been very bullish about them at this point. But I will note with Longford about to drop like a stone there. It's a division you want to get out of. For the likes of a team like Westmeath that have loftier ambitions than hanging around with that sort of riffraff in that kind of company, they need to be getting the hell out of. There's no ambiguity. Get the hell out of that division. It's no good can come from it. Like, in a way that you won't be mentioning the other big rivalry, obviously this weekend, the Westmeath Kerry game, in a way that whoever wins that goes into a final against Down, I think. Am I right? Down, to get promoted to whatever it is, 2A in the hurling, or 1B, whatever way they word it, which is a bit of a, like, poison chalice, let's face it.
Yeah, you take a lot of hammerings next year.
You take a lot of hammerings. Maybe you develop, I don't know, but no ambiguity about the football. Get the hell out of there. And I will say, for all the Longford abuse that I got a few weeks ago after I said that, you know, there was a bit of the England-Ireland situation going on there in terms of the rivalry between the two counties, and I got a load of it from Longford people. Fair play to them.
Well done, you managed to do a 3-minute slot on Westmeath there.
If they get relegated to Division 4, good luck to them.
Division 4, with no relegation here, this is a little bit quicker. So 3 teams in a battle for 1 promotion spot. Carlow versus Wexford takes place in Carlow on Saturday at 1 p.m. Remember, Division 4, none of these games aren't taking place at the same time because reasons. So Carlow can't get promoted, Wexford can't get promoted. Dead rubber crew, this is your time to shine. This is officially a dead rubber, Carlow versus Wexford. Now Cavan versus Waterford is in Cavan at 6 p.m. tomorrow. Cavan are not mathematically guaranteed of promotion just yet, as far as I can tell. The scenario that would see
I think that has just summed up this entire slot. The person that's bringing you the facts of what's happening this weekend has just said Cavan may not get promoted, as far as I can tell.
I'm pretty sure. I'm very sure Cavan are not mathematically
this thing needs to be headlined GA Permutations this weekend, as far as I can tell.
I'm very sure that Cavan are not mathematically guaranteed of promotion, but I am very sure that they will get promoted. So the scenario that would see them not promoted is this: Sligo or Leitrim win. Tipperary draw with London, Cavan lose and happen to surrender 6 points of scoring difference to Tip. So it's not unthinkable. We're not talking 28 points or 30 points here. It's a 6-point swing. So that is possible. Waterford can't get promoted. So Waterford have nothing to play for. Cavan are probably going to get something from that game. And anyway, the circumstances will be wild for them to not go up. Tipperary versus London is in Thurles at 7 p.m. Tipperary, if they win, they're up. If Sligo win, a draw will do Tipperary, assuming Cavan don't lose. If Leitrim win and Cavan don't lose, Tipperary will need a win. That's due to the head-to-head. London can't get promoted. Sligo versus Leitrim then finally. We've made it to our last game. It's taking place Sunday at 1 o'clock in Sligo. Sligo need a favour from London. If Sligo win, they still need Tip to lose. If they lose, they're out of the picture. If they draw, a Tip defeat to London would see them promoted. Leitrim also need a favour from London. If they win and Tip don't win, they get promoted. If they lose, they're out of the picture. A draw will not be good enough for Leitrim. So there you have it. Clear as day. I'm sure nobody's going to have to listen back to this whatsoever, or check GAA league tables out and get the actual visual element of that if you listen to us on the radio, because it's just all been explained so succinctly there. And I guess everybody's now very, very excited for a weekend of the calculator gathering dust. Everybody,
including yourself, accepted that was going to be a bit of a tough sell for a few minutes. I think everybody understood that it was going to be hard to follow, but nobody legislated for the fact that not even you were confident that the information we're delivering was in any way based in fact.
That's just based on humanity.
That is absolutely outrageous. John Wayne on acid on YouTube. And good morning to you, John. I hope your morning.
Is that the comment, or
I
is
hope
that
your morning is going well.
name?
That's his name, John Wayne on acid. He says, "Okay, back asleep until the papers, etc." As we get into the GA league piece this morning. Shifty lad, imagine the All-Ireland being tied to the leagues. It'd be class. Alan says, league table explainer sponsored by Panadol. That sums it all up.
That's actually a very good idea. There's your commercial idea for this time next year.
It's a joke that the Division 4 games aren't on at the same time, says Bernard.
It does kind of throw the bit of disarray into the level of the competition, because Sligo and Leitrim, when that ball is thrown in on Sunday at 1 o'clock, they know exactly what they'll need to do. They'll know whether or not that favour has been granted from London, basically.
Not knowing much about the permutations before you began that slot, I do feel now as if I know even less.
Nice.
That's the whole point. Well done.
That's
great. That's an achievement.